Welcome, Stacy. Let's get right to it. What is Antifa?
Well, Antifa stands for anti-fascism, and according to American leftists who are currently engaged in it, it's a resistance movement against the president because they believe he's a fascist and he's going to become a dictator, and they're worried about the things he's going to do.
Do these people even know what the word fascist means?
I don't think so. So this is a movement that started in early Germany. We're talking about the Nazi years. We're talking about many, many, many moons ago. And for these people, these young millennials, this is history they weren't taught in their K-12 public government-run schools. You know, the NEA doesn't like teaching them about the effects of socialism and communism. So the thing that they're fighting isn't a real thing. And the way they're doing it is pretty interesting because it actually is fascism. Fascism is shutting down free speech. And that's what they're doing. They're actually using billy clubs, they're dressing in black bloc, and they're spending a lot of time kind of, they cover themselves up because the anonymity gives them the power to beat up people with red Trump hats and destroy property, shut down conservative speakers, kind of be fascists, yeah.
We've seen some pretty crazy stuff going on on campuses, like Berkeley, which used to be the very center of the free speech movement, where kids were rioting on the campus in order to have more free speech. These guys are rioting so that nobody hears an opinion they don't agree with. Why is that dangerous?
Well, the first thing that they probably aren't really thinking through is that the First Amendment is not there to protect us from speech that we don't like. It's there to protect free speech, period. So
even the speech that we don't like,
especially the speech that we don't like,
disgusting and repulsive.
Because according to the Southern Poverty Law Center, one of the most prevalent things that we need to worry about, especially people with a permanent tan like myself, is the rise of white nationalism and all of these horrific Nazi members. And I can tell you, if you are black in America today, your #1 enemy is not the white supremacists or the KKK members. All in total, there are about 55,000 of them in the entire country of 312 million. They're not really a factor for you. The real factor for you is whether or not you're trapped in an inner city school or an inner city neighborhood run by the Democrats. That's your real problem. So, I mean, don't shoot the messenger. So, one of the things that I really, in everything that I'm trying to do, in every moment that I have to say it, is to say that the fascists, the anti-fascists, all of these tiki torch-carrying individuals who are running around, having these little marches, first of all, if you don't counter-protest them, they don't get any news coverage because there were, I think, 200 people there in that Charlotte, it went wrong because we had counter-protesters show up. But what we need to do as Americans, I don't care what kind of tan you've got, is you've got to know who you are. Who are you? Well, who does God say you are? You're a royal priesthood. You are made in the image of Christ. Also, I'll tell you, you're an American. You're one of the most privileged people on a planet of 7 billion, and you're worth something. So.
I love it as you say that we are blessed and privileged to be in America, because I wonder sometimes when the people are out there screaming, and then you've got the people who are triggered by something that they don't like. These are university students, and they need to go to a safe place where they can pet a puppy, have a popsicle, have some Play-Doh. And I'm just having a hard time understanding why anybody whose parents are spending tens of thousands of bucks a year to go to a university would somehow get triggered by, and I'm not making this up, it happened at Yale, a Halloween costume.
Well, so these people are going to have a tough time in the real world because, there's nothing more triggering than having your boss say you're fired. So, they're going to have tougher times than this. One of the most important things you can do is develop mental toughness, and I don't see these students doing that. So they're going to enter the workforce when they leave Berkeley, if they can get jobs, because women's studies, black studies, those are not viable career paths. But if they can get jobs, they're going to find their employers are tougher on them than their safe space purveyors, their previous overlords, if you will, their college professors. I know I'm getting up every morning, and I don't say, hey, Stacy, what are you going to do today as a black woman? What are you going to do today as... I'm no victim group. I don't have any demographics that can determine what I'm going to do. What I say is, what's on my list for today? Okay, so let me go kill it. And if I don't kill it today, I'm going to get on my knees, get in my prayer closet, ask God to help me kill it tomorrow, and then go kill it tomorrow. That's it.
And you know what? You're doing that every day. I totally get it, why your radio show is growing like crazy. I want to say thanks for being here. You can also find out where to listen to Stacy's great radio show and read her thoughts on issues shaping our culture at stacyontheright.com. The intersection of politics and style.